Thank you, David. And for a stay-at-home like me, it was really nice to have that journey. 3 journeys, by the way. Thank you. Our next reader is Kate Gleb. And Kate has also read before a couple of times, and so we're really delighted to have you back.
The request was funny poems, and I only thought I had one funny poem, but then when I looked, I had a couple that I thought were kind of funny. So, and they're all mine, so they're not. It's not Keith's. So this I wrote laying in bed. Tick, it's called AM. Tick, 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 tick. I hate AM, it makes me sick. Sunshine, fresh air, morning shower, go and let me sleep an hour. Mad clock wound tight for morning call, I'll throw it up against the wall. It screams me up with such a fright and yanks me from the warmth of night. My feet are cold, my eyes don't see, I stagger out to make some tea. I yawn, I crack, I scratch my head, I think I'm going back to bed. Tick, 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 I hate AM, it makes me sick. Okay. I am freezing all day. Our furnace went out, and I'm a warm person, and I still can't get warm from last night, so, okay. All right, this I wrote for my son Theo. Lois knows Theo, and she will attest to the fact that he is under procrastination. In the dictionary, they're going to put my son's face, okay? All right, so this is called procrastination. Yes, I should do it. I will get to it. I just can't do it now. Okay, I have all day. You don't have to have a cow. What? No, I did not. I thought of it a lot. I guess I'll do it soon, or maybe tonight, or I just might relax here in my room. I started this book, come take a look, and the end is getting near. Yes, I know I could do it if I don't get to it. Yes, I know I could do it. If I don't get to it, you've made that perfectly clear. See, people like me, though you may not agree, have a plan and it works every time. I know if I wait, it's a matter of fate, that when you get to it, and I know that you'll do it, then things will be perfectly fine. So true, it's so true. Okay. And this is also, I can thank Theo for this one, because I don't think he has a pair of socks that match since birth. Okay, so, and it's called Socks. All right. Socks are blue, black, brown, and more. You can find them on the floor, with the shape of someone's feet, sweat and dirt and smell complete. Rolled in balls and stuck together, wet or dry from whatever weather. Inside out they'll always be, just to make it hard for me. They arrive in pairs, but not for long. Eventually, they end up wrong. With a mate or segregated, never more to be related. You won't find them on the feet. They're in the sofa or between the sheets. But wait, what's this? I lean to look. How strange, a sock. It's on a foot. Athletic socks from out the wash. I look, I gasp, and oh my gosh, what happened here? They're Dad's, I think. Now, how'd they ever end up pink? Who put this red scarf in the wash with all these white athletic socks? What's done is done. We'll just buy more and shove them in the old sock drawer. So now you know what socks will do besides hang out within a shoe. So pull them up and keep them neat and try to keep them on your feet.
Well, it's not everybody who has a muse who procrastinates. You're lucky. Yeah. Our next reader is a very special reader because it's Susan Schneck. And Susan is the head of the Friends of the Arts in St. Louis Park. It's because of Susan that we have the Poetry Project. It's because of Susan that many exhibits have gone on, that many activities go on. So let's really give a big hand to welcome Susan.
you, Diane. But I'll make it perfectly clear. I do nothing alone. So it's not really any of my intention to take any personal credit. It's all people coming together, doing things in the community, which is very motivating, I think, for myself and for all of us as we grow in the community and become parts of the fabric. So, I brought my oldest poetry book, the only book I own that I believe is older than myself. And I wanted to read the poem I remember most from my childhood. Would it help if I? Unfortunately, you probably won't be able to see the beautiful illustrations, but it's a wonderfully illustrated book. And this poem is by Lewis Carroll, who we all know for Alice in Wonderland, whose actual name is Charles Ludwig Dodgson, which I looked up today because I wanted to remember what his real name was. And this poem is about Father William. "You are old, Father William," the young man said, "and your hair has become very white, and yet you incessantly stand on your head. Do you think at your age it is right?" "In my youth," Father William replied to his son, "I feared it might injure the brain. But now that I'm perfectly sure I have none, why, I do it again and again." "You are old," said the youth, as I mentioned before, "and have grown most uncommonly fat. Yet you turned a back somersault in at the door. Pray, what is the reason for that?" "In my youth," said the sage, as he shook his gray locks, "I kept all my limbs very supple. By the use of this ointment, 1 shilling the box. Allow me to sell you a couple." "You are old," said the youth, "and your jaws are too weak for anything tougher than suet. Yet you finished the goose with the bones and the beak. Pray, how did you manage to do it?" "In my youth," said his father, "I took to the law and argued each case with my wife. And the muscular strength which it gave to my jaw has lasted the rest of my life." "You're old," said the youth, who would hardly suppose that your eye was as steady as ever. Yet you balanced an eel on the end of your nose. What made you so awfully clever?" "I have answered 3 questions, and that is enough," said his father. "Don't give yourself airs. Do you think I can listen all day to this stuff? Be off, or I'll kick you downstairs." That's it.
Thank you, Susan. Our next reader is Gajendra Kumar, who I just met tonight, so he's a first-time reader. Gajendra.
As you know by my color that I am from India, brown, black and white together. So everybody have a teeth. So I wrote it this way, where are my teeth? Click, 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 do denture. Blister, 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 it hurts to chew. Chow, 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 I want to eat. Suffering, 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 how it hurts. Problem, 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 they are loose. Torture, 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 there is no gum, bone. In childhood, the truth fairy took my teeth. In the adulthood, I did not look at it. In the elderhood, my dentist took the teeth. So everybody have a same situation. I'm a 73, so we have to go through cycle. Second, now as you notice that accent caused the trouble to the who can hear, but at the same time I get in trouble because other people have a hard of hearing. So it mixed together. So I decided to write about the time to write. The generation immigrant, first generation immigrant is Gajendra, me. I woke up one day to realize need to contribute. He chose to present his thought to the mentor, just like my mentor. He is a professor. And joined the senior writing group on his suggestion. He expressed his thought in broken English. He means me, okay? This sounds like a preaching, yet he was not the preacher. He likes why his writing sound like a sermon. His mentor said to him to write what he saw and don't worry about the critic. This way he got encouragement, so Gajendra kept writing on. He moved away from his small town. In summer he found another senior group. They met every week 2 miles away from his home. He walks there to read his writing, but other people get confused, so they recommended to go to ESL English class. He went to class to be assessed. They quickly placed him in advanced level. Teacher praised him and volunteered to assist him with the spelling and the grammar. Now Gajendra is less misunderstood by native speakers. He wrote this piece with his confidence and comprehension. Now, this is the things, teeth you saw, my hand works, my brain works. Now is time to reflect. When the sun is down and dinner is over and homework is done, please come over. We have a time to rest. We have no time to the waste, just like children. Then we will have a time to reflect on the changes. When the sun rises and the routine is done, the process is completed, a confusion is gone. We will have a rest and the time to observe. We will have a time to reflect on our change. That's all, small 3 pieces. And thank you for helping me to